A promise was made long before you were born. It was a promise made between us, we the people, and the United States government. Simply stating, it says if we pay the government taxes, and in return, they would give us things to make our lives better for those tax dollars. When you pay money and don't receive anything in return after a promise, that's called incompetence. Not only has the United States government conned the American people out of their hard-earned money, but they're openly rubbing it in our faces with stories like these daily. No president in the history of America has broken that promise more than Donald John Trump, aka the Republican con king. These are their crimes.
I was really interested in the book that you make the case that MAGA may end itself, that essentially that the MAGA movement may weaken and fall because of its own characteristics, right? Its corruption, its incompetence, its constant purging, its inability to deliver anything in terms of real policy, real positive changes for the country to the people who are supposed to believe in them, that the movement will have a mortal lifespan anyway, even if there's no great and strategic and sound opposition to them. You really made me think about this a lot in terms of whether or not we should be able to count on these guys doing themselves in a little bit, or whether this is something that we, the people, that the rest of the country, the people who are not interested in mob-style governance, are gonna have to grab and do ourselves. And I couldn't quite tell where you come down in terms of the balance between those things and how much you're expecting Trumpism and all its failings to do the work of getting rid of Trump.
Well, I think ultimately Trumpism will fail, whether that's with the Trump presidency or somewhere down the road. And that is for all the reasons we just talked about. If you surround yourself with incompetent people, ultimately you aren't able to make things happen. One of the things Trump himself writes in The Art of the Deal is that you can only con people for so long, because after a while they get tired of the hyperbole and they expect you to deliver. And I think when people are paying $5 for a gallon of gas and we're at a war with Iran, they realize they are not getting the things that he had promised them. And so I think that is part of it. But I also think that we, the people, have the duty and the responsibility to take our power back. And we have the ability to do that. As I learned in those extortion cases, no one can take your power from you without your giving it voluntarily. And we have the ability to insist on taking it back, not giving it freely, and defending this country for the 250 years it has stood, and making sure we don't give in to tyrants.
The book is called The Fix: Saving America from the Corruption of a Mob-Style Government.